Constructed in 1968, the Vea Dam is one of the largest in the Upper East region. It was initially constructed for irrigation purposes, but it now plays a dual role as it is also used by the Ghana Water Company Limited to supply potable drinking water to more than 100,000 people in the Bolgatanga municipality and the Bongo district. The spillway of this dam is, however, causing a major stir among residents of Vea and surrounding communities. Every year in the later part of the rainy season, the spillway is constantly full of water flowing out from the dam. And with no bridge over the spillway, residents on either side of it are often cut off from each other. Economic activities are often adversely affected as persons who must cross the spillway to get to work have to make use of these canoes. Sometimes they get stranded when the current from the water is too strong for the canoes to cross. Residents of communities such as Zoko, Bongo Balungu, and Nyarega are often affected. Some of them spoke to Joy News.
I'm a midwife working in Vea Health Center. Anytime you are referring case and you get to this site, you have to wait, and mostly in the night. You have to wait, and then they will call for someone who can cross with you with the boat to the other side, so that you get the means. And it's not even a car. This tricycle, you cross with the boat, then the tricycle can continue. There was a time we came with a case, a pregnant woman who was carrying twins. We got to this site midnight, 12 to 1, and we didn't even get this thing to paddle with. We didn't get to paddle, so someone had to enter inside the water. We kept the woman inside, then the relatives was inside, then the midwife was inside. I was the one who referred. We had to enter inside, then one guy entered inside the water and was walking and pulling the canoe. He crossed us to the other side before we now entered the means that was to transport us to Bongo. So it causes delay. When we got there, the woman, they had to operate, and one of the child had complication and was referred to Nikum. They stay in the Nikum for 1 month.
We are endangering ourselves and then our children. Look at the women, especially when we want to cross to the other side for the market. We have to struggle, even through these canoes. Even crossing the canoe, you have to give some small money for the canoe people to take, and then you are in and out. You have to pay. You have to pay money. Look at this. How much am I taking to the market, and then I have to use some part to pay canoe before. It's difficult. We are suffering.
The people of Vea and its surrounding communities therefore organized a homecoming event to call on the government to construct a bridge over the spillway of the Vea Dam. Here is the chief of Vea, Naba Thomas Azubire II.
It is of late that we thought it wise to introduce a canoe. But at those days, you come and then people have to, those who know how to swim, will cross through on their shoulders. At a point when the current is too strong, at the end of the day, the one crossing you will think of his own life, not you, the one he's crossing. We have suffered a lot, and we are still suffering. All the successful governments, the military governments have passed through all these our difficulties. I quite remember that was 1989, one of our assemblymen, that was the PNDC era, attempted to construct a bridge and were denied, in the sense that the officers in charge said they didn't inform him.
Chairman of the Vea Homecoming Group, Milton Aberenga, said, "The people are getting tired of waiting for the authorities to do something about the situation, and if government does not act soon, they will be forced to take matters into their own hands."
If you were in our situation, half a century of brutally calculated social and economic exclusion without any window of opportunity for negotiation, what will be your way forward? So, for us, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one option. The chief and people of Vea, the Vea Homecoming Group and their assemblyman We wish to call on the authority to construct the bridge immediately. Yes! Otherwise, we have no option than to construct the bridge across the spillway at the downstream of the spillway according to the standard of our resources can meet.
For now, the people of Vea and surrounding communities await some action from the government. For Joy News, Albert Sorry, Vea, Bongo District.